there you go. What do you think? Roof lining on the inside, that is. So today's job, it's not really a job, it's just an investigation. The roof lining on this car is completely buggered. It's drooped out. I've even put some pins in just to keep it off my head. But I have these blankets. I've got two. This is my preferred one because I can't find wide enough at 1.4 meter wide fabric to use to replace the lining that's dropping out. So I'm contemplating using one of these, removing the whole roof shell, cleaning it off, removing all the old glue and foam that has perished and dried out and died out on there, and then using a couple of hands worth of help to put the adhesive on both sides, contact adhesive, reassembling it in such a way that the only way you see it is if you actually get in the car and look. So I'll show you what this looks like on the inside, and then hopefully you'll understand why I'm looking at replacing it. Keeping in mind, this is probably going to end up with a stylized low-rider style paint job. So you'd have this on the inside to replace what's there at the minute. That's the roof lining at the moment. You can see how it's hanging everywhere. The side panels on the seat pillars, I'll be replacing them or recovering them as well. So you can see what it looks like. I think anything will be an improvement if only I can find some roof lining fabric, the foam back type, in a width of about 1.4 meters. It's a bit of a struggle. I've looked online, I couldn't find anything very wide. The length is obviously easy, you buy as much as you need in length, but it's the width that's the problem. So yeah, that's the one problem for today. And then the next job will be making some police style. The police cruisers have these small little chrome hubcaps in the center. So I want to make some cruiser style hubcaps to fit to the center of this thing, to the rims. And I'm going to use some Indian curry dishes. I bought two of them down in the town the other day, and I had two in my kitchen. So that's the plan, is to convert those somehow into small little central center hubcaps like a police cruiser. Another modification. You look, you'll see this hubcaps smacked up. It's actually almost in two. There's a cable tie or a zip tie holding it together. So I decided to remove these and replace them with something more interesting. These are pretty ugly on their own. So I went looking through my little memory bank and I figured out, what if I use some of these? In England, these are often put in front of you in Indian curry houses with your lamb curry or chicken curry or whatever in, and various vegetables. So that's how they serve up. But I thought, hang on, that looks a bit like the hubcaps that you find on cruises. So I had two. You can see these. This has been used. There's two of them that have been used, and I bought two new ones. I took one of them, partially broke off, partially cut off and ground off the actual handles so that this fits. This is a 6-inch inner. So what I'm doing, and you can say what you like, it doesn't really matter because I'm driving the car. I am going to use some black Sikaflex just right in the back there to put these in and hold them in place. What do you have? You have a flat wheel? I haven't had a flat wheel in 20 years. I'll probably have 3 in the next 3 days, but that's just tough luck. I'll deal with that when it happens. The idea is that you use your wheel spanner and you just pop these off. The Sikaflex will let go. Then you come home and you clean them up and you refit them. But I've also bought little plastic wheel nut covers or lug nut covers that are chromed, which I'll grind down until they're just little flat profiles, and I'll glue them around here in 5 positions. But these will be my cruiser style. These will be my cruiser style hubcaps on this car until I find a half decent set of alloys. Don't know what you think, but I think that for under $15, under £10, that's not a bad solution to a very simple little thing. It's not a problem, but I just think that these lug nuts and that whole section there looks pretty scruffy as it is. So fixing it by using these, somewhat modified with a couple of fake lug nuts on the back, that'll be right. So I'll show you next step. We'll be cutting back the handles on all of them, grinding off the bits that I can't break off, because they've obviously been spot welded in there in 2 places, so I'm going to have to grind them flat and flush with that up to the point where they stop functioning. But yeah, next stop, workshop. Right, next step, let's see if we can do this without injuring ourselves. Try and get all of these little guys cut off. Good start. Because it's one with the longest cord. You always end up getting the cord in the way. Come on, bitch. Quite strong. Really have to cut quite close to the end of it. That's interesting. Right, that's another one done. Let me carry on, do all the others. And then I've got to grind these flat. Probably use a bench grinder for that. There you have it. Handles are all in a pile over there, all cut off and removed. Bits of welded on stuff wasn't too difficult. I used a bit of force. But I have 4 little center caps in stainless. These are just some old lug nuts, which are really rubbish. But you can imagine what I'm going to do is the new ones that are coming, I'm going to cut them right up to there. I'll grind them up to about that point so you get the profile, and then they'll get glued right down to the edges there with some clear Sikaflex, because Sikaflex tends to not really let go. And the same thing obviously on the inside of the rims. I'll be adding Sikaflex right at the bottom edge, a few spots, so you can remove them if you need to, because we're not anticipating lots of flat wheels, but that should make a difference. And with the black rims, it'll give a bit more of a police cruiser type look until I find a decent set of alloys to fit, which the ultimate plan is. But for the moment, that's another little job jobbed. I've just got to wait for those plastic caps to come through this week sometime. Who knows when eBay delivers. Get them processed, and then once that's done, I'll wash the wheels again, make sure the surfaces are clean, and stick these on. Use some duct tape just to hold them in place for a day till they dried out properly. But yeah, I hope you like the idea. Well, there you go. Just like that, we have our little police caps, cruiser caps, I don't know what you want to call them. There you go, police cruiser caps, I guess you can call them. Once I get the little center caps, I'll glue them on as well. I'm kind of happy with that. I think it's worked out alright. That's kind of the front profile looking at it. The steering's obviously turned, but yeah, happy with that. I think that's worked out alright. $2.50 a corner. That's $10 for the lot. If you add the little caps, it's a bit more. It's $15 for the whole job. And I'm happy with that. Can't say that that doesn't look too bad. So yeah, we'll do the fitting as soon as I get the little center caps back. Right, let's see if I can get this thing to go down the road. You want to go with, or you let me go? I don't know.
You can go around the road.
Yeah, exactly.
Just be careful because it will steal the road.
Yes,
Don't
that.
look too bad.
I think it's still too tall.
Yeah.
So that needs lowering, but on the front here, I have a very faint suspicion. When you turn, it'll catch. Yeah, I think it's too close. Probably hear it the minute I... In fact, I probably don't even have to go anywhere. Yeah, we'll see where it goes.
But if you go to the next side down higher, this is 5 protocol, so they're lower side.
We'll start changing that plan, I'm just going to move the camera here to pick up the front wheel. Let's see.
Give me it.
I think it's probably worth not even doing it that close. It's too close. I can't go with what is there now. It'll have to be a lower wheel.
Straight the wheel up. Yeah, keep the bumper. Come back this way a bit. Right, just go forward and backwards. It might lower.
I've already done it. Oh wow, okay, that's good. So me bouncing my ass on there didn't make any difference.
But then